What's up, everybody? It's your girl Juju here from Love Juju 12 Talk Soups channel. I had a great time with my chat last night. I had the most that I've had in a minute, and it was just for the Gopher game. What's up, Groovy? Yeah, I just wanted to come back up here and really just kind of like say, when you're up here live during the show, I really pay attention to my fam that's coming into K, and I try to interact a lot with you. And I really can't get a sense of what's happening, in my opinion, of what's happening in the game. I wanted to make a recording, and for some reason, StreamYard was not cooperating. And I don't know if StreamYard is going to cooperate with what I want to do. What I want to do here. King Lion, you're absolutely right. That's why I'm here today, because when I actually got to lay eyes on the game, I saw so many things that I was impressed with. I think my to Juju, once she started, struggling, trying to figure out for myself to comment on what she could have done differently. But overall, I don't think there was anything much that she was doing wrong, because Juju was going to find her way towards 20 points. It was just everything that was happening with the team in general, with the rest of the players, that I was so impressed with. So proud of the girls last night. And Juju's got to be proud too. You can't stay. Oh, okay, B. Will. Just wanted to say I thank you for that. But like, oh man, I tell you, I just dig you. Okay, let me take this down. Let me take this down. I don't think that it's going to allow me to do it. What I was trying to do. I wanted to use a highlight that I had found and I really enjoyed. It was about 52 minutes, and I was going to do like this recording on it and highlight and talk over it or with it or over it, just to highlight what I saw last night with the women of Troy. And what I saw right now, one thing that's going to be invaluable to this team during this February stretch that we have. And even without Rhea Marshall in the game, I was highly impressed. And it's not, Rhea has sat and we've allowed our fours and our guards to cook. We've done a 4-guard big line, but this is the first time I really kind of saw Kiki. And it took Kiki, Kiki a minute. It did. I would say for a little minute to find her in that 3 ball that she's been looking for. Maybe she's been more, but she's been looking for a shot, taking a shot. But with this clunky team, like I call Minnesota Gophers, the girls were all passing the ball, and oh my gosh. Hey Nippy. Yeah, I was just telling everybody, Nippy, that I was gonna try to do a recording that wouldn't work on StreamYard. Then I was gonna try to use this highlight that I have. And the only way I can really do it, play it, is probably in the Discord. Good Juju, walking goat, the goat. What's happening? I follow you all the time. Click on your Instagram, and whenever I see you on Threads or Facebook, I'm supporting here as well. And I think you too, B. Well, I know you said you couldn't stay long, but are you trying to keep me running in that algorithm? I'm going to learn more about algorithms and, how this thing works. Maybe my videos hopefully are popping up because we just straight talk here. I don't do a lot of putting up a lot of stats and things like that. But I can't tell you, though, last night, my eyes, Nippy's eyes, Live Mike's eyes, we were really just kind of like focused on Juju a lot, trying to help in our minds teleport some good Juju energy to her from one Juju to another. And I was trying to, but when I look at it, it wasn't really a bad game for the Trojan women at all, playing this clunky team. They moved the ball really well. Gopher defense was, you could tell they scouted us well, but we were doing so much with each other. Clarence came into the game, was hooping. Avery came into the game. But, Kiki was a high scorer of the team, and rightfully so. Kiki hit back-to-back 3-pointers, man. I was like, Kiki was dribbling, instead of standing around in space just passing, she was dribbling to an open space to get the ball passed out her angle to her teammates. Her teammates, all of them, hey, throw me the ball. Kennedy, throw me the ball. Avery, throw me the ball. Heckle was penetrating. It were, TiVo got in there, was making shots. You know what I'm saying? They're not playing. They're gonna come and they're gonna give their best shot to Ohio State. And they're gonna give their best shot to UCLA. You better already know this. And if you can see anything but a double, a matter of fact, it's not even just her who's getting triple. Anytime they go too deep in the corner towards the post or towards the dunker spot, like Avery did something that was very freshman-like, and she should have learned from watching Juju that if you go, it's the same play. Each person gets a chance. She doesn't have the same skill with the ball and athleticism as Juju, and so she went into the same spot during the game and had to back out, like turn around and get back out. But what she did it the next time. All of them did it, but one of the times she tried to pass, or I don't even know if it was a shot. I think she was trying to toss it up out of her hands. But I was like, Avery, even the announcement, not you can't do that. You're gonna have to come back out of that, because that's the same thing that Juju would do, but she has this one-legged Kobe Bryant kind of fadeaway that she can do off the glass. She doesn't have that kind of skill set. And her big didn't roll with her to see her get trapped to get open for the pass. But when they look at film, she'll see that. But last night, Kiki Ariaffin, man, look, I don't know if she be listening or hearing the talk out there about what's up. Thank you, USCJ lost in the sauce. I saw what you put up. You said we're getting a lot of football commits. That's cool. That's what's up. And thank you for sending people my way. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Like, I'm seeing my subscribers go up. But yeah, so last night, and Pete Carroll was at the game. He got a little applause and a standing ovation. He comes back to the UCLA game and they introduced him. I think he'll get a roar of applause. I think we really like Pete down in SoCal. But again, like I was talking, Kiki often played 32 minutes. She was 9 for 11, 2 for 2 from the three. And the 2 shots that I saw her taking, that 3-point shots, she really wanted that ball. She knew she was going to nail that shot. She went after that shot like, I'm gonna nail that 3. Y'all talking about me. Y'all been dropping me in your mock drafts. you trying to send me to Washington in the fourth spot, and I'm like, boo, no, 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 no. But I'm gonna go over these numbers real quick. But before I do, Kiki, if I were Seattle, Noe Quinn, Ebony Hoffman, former USC Trojan, and Indiana Fever player and Sparks player, and Pokey Chapman and all of her experience, if I were them, I would definitely think about bringing Kiki over with her alumni, Nneka Ogwumike, and making a succession plan for Nneka, because Nneka's like a free agent. She won't be there long. And I don't think Jordan Horston is a true replacement for Nneka. I think Jordan would be a good piece to use as trade. But I digress. Let's go back to Kiki. Kiki is a good replacement or backup to learn from Nneka Ogwumike. And then I think Miles, the same can be said for Miles and Skylar, Notre Dame connection. And do it, you said a good way to bring bets out in is to break up the zone. Yeah, that would be Kiki, right? You want to get bets to come down out of the post and come up higher, which would be good for us. We played UCLA 3 times last year, guys. Okay, played 3 times, and the same bigs adding Kiki is even better. Clarice was holding it down. Clarice had to play Betts last year because what's her name? Marshall was out with COVID. So I'm not afraid of Betts, although I think Betts is better this year, in my opinion. I think she's looking more to face up and score. So we're gonna see an amazing battle because Rhea and I don't think Rhea nor Kiki are afraid of her, and I sure don't think Clarice is. Clarice has nothing to lose if she fouls out. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna make it hard on her. And our freshmen are Gatorade McDonald All-American freshmen. Kiki, Avery, and Heckle. Those 3 are 5 stars. They're not afraid to play defense. They're not afraid to score. They're just not afraid to shoot the ball or to make mistakes. And they look for each other. They look for each other well. Juju has to trust them a little bit more and be not afraid to just continue to do what she did last night, even if she wasn't hitting a shot. She was off big time. I'm gonna go over her stats in a minute, but she got 11 rebounds. So Kiki had 9 for 11, 2 for 2 on the 3-pointer, 3 assists. I saw her doing that. She did pick up 4 personal fouls. I don't want to see that happen at UCLA for 23 points. Clarice Akawafo, the one shot that she took, she made 2 assists. That means she passed out of whatever doubles she was seeing and hit somebody for some open buckets. Talia Van Oliphant, she shot 3 for 2 for the field goals, 2 for 4 from the 3-pointers. I was really happy to see her free throws fall. But what Talia did really super well last night was she had 6 assists, y'all. She had 6 assists. She did get 5 fouls, and she had 8 points. But that's because Van Offen, she's really tough defense, and she can, she's a little slow of foot, but she makes up for it in other ways. And she did game winner against UCLA when she was playing for Oregon State. And her former teammate, Tamia Gardner, is over on UCLA, so she's going to have some good into the scouting report on how to play Tamia Gardner. Kennedy Smith, my girl, 30 minutes. I don't care that she had 3 for 10. I really don't, because I want Kennedy to start taking more shots and getting in the rhythm. So that's okay. She was 1 for 5 for her 3. She's a little rushed, but she had 5 rebounds, 1 assist for 9 points. Juju Watkins, she had to stay in with the majority of the game. She did kind of tweak an ankle. So I hope they take care of that. She had an off night in terms of shooting field goals. Um, Not sure, let me see how many free throws she took to see if uh, some of those shots were caused by her being fouled. Yeah, she was 5 for 6 from the free throw line. So although she was 7 for 24, which is a lot um, for her on a shooting night, but not unusual for her to take over 20 shots to try. But she was fouled a lot. But her three, she could have pulled back on that a little bit. She was 1 for 8. But I don't really care because she had 20 points, 5 or 6 from the free throw line. Um, 11 boards, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 turnovers. So she was active. She was active, and just her presence on the court is enough. It's called gravity. So people gravitate to her, which leaves her teammates open. And as long as her teammates are moving the ball amongst each other and scoring, then she's done her job. Just being on the court, Juju is like, um, her presence is needed and felt because Jacob, what you say? Juju shot 50% from the field in the second half. By the way, good point, and thanks for pointing that out because we all know she was struggling in the first half. Usually, if she struggles, like in the first half, she comes back um in the second half. You know what I mean? It may take her a little bit longer to figure things out. But they hacking her. They hacking her. She got to the line pretty good last night. They hacking her. And she's trying to figure out like how to score through that. But even still, like Jude just lay off a little bit of the forcing of shots. Um, look to teammates get in her get at an angle where she can dish it out for you to you. Viv did Viv get in the game? Let's see. Viv got in for about 2 minutes. All right, I'm back. Can y'all hear me now? What's up, Washu? Yeah, basically, I'm just kind of reading the comments. Nip, I agree with being that Juju has such intensity on D and as a rebound. I would like to see her in more plays for set shots to get her some rest while on the floor. Yeah, she's gonna thank you guys. She's gonna get busy. Even if she's not hitting her shots as well. And I think it's okay for her to realize that you can be that decoy is what I was saying, or you can be that gravity. They're gonna gravitate towards you. You've had moments like you saw what happened when teams wanted to just focus on their whole game scheme on stopping Juju, like what UConn was doing, and she didn't touch the ball for like 8 minutes. It's sad to say it happened that way. She goes in and hits offensive boards, or she steals the ball to get her own get to create her own offense off of defense, and then here and there, her teammates need to hit her when she's open. But at the same time, there were times when there was a cross court pass that could be made, and she was open. But how long she had been open had the pass been made, and her teammates took the shot and made it. And I don't want them. I don't want them like overly dependent on always looking for Juju to score. They need to score like this on when we play a UCLA, or who's our next real competition. They say it's Ohio State. If Ohio State want to press, that's gonna be open field day for Juju to score in transition when we break the press. So she'll get her points, but it's just gonna be very hard, very difficult, very clunky, unless she goes into the gym, shuts the door, like Nippy said last night at midnight, and just take 100 3-point shots. Find her legs, get under the ball, shoot, let it fly. We've been to Juju since high school. This is not difficult. Let it fly. Nippy, you're right. People were shitting on Juju. Damn it. Did they? I didn't even go on Twitter calling her classless for her not respecting her opponents because of that last second three at the end of the game. Oh, God. Get out of here. She's trying to find a shot. She's sophomore. She did that her freshman year when we beat it was at the end of the clock, but she came back in after having 4 fouls against Ohio State. And really, they I could tell they kind of like, oh, she doesn't know, like, don't score on them or whatever. And I'm like, bump you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Juju got class. I don't even think. I think her mind be so on the gas and so like not even on the scoreboard or class. She's not even thinking about that yet. Maybe by when she gets older, she'll be like, okay, let's bring the ball out, slow it out. Matter of fact, forward be a lot. She was just all gas, no go. She wasn't even like doesn't understand that part of the game yet. Like she's just like trying to go. So, and Rhea probably would have held it up. Like Rhea's a floor leader out there. Well, you know why, Jew, is because they didn't think she's a threat. Who doesn't think she's a threat? If they didn't think Juju was a threat, then why are they throwing 3 defenders at her when she touches the ball? Nippy said they're gonna find something to say every time because they don't have lives, so they hate on a 19-year-old to make their lives more exciting. I mean, have you guys realized she's 19 years old? Like, I mean, it's only so much basketball that she could have played. She was a little girl and really like on a high level. It's only so much. She's just naturally gifted and naturally talented, athletic, and puts in a lot of hours of work, but it's not even gonna be really where it's going to be 10 years from now. Jacob, what was the time left on the clock? If it's seconds, then it's unspoken rule not to score in a game. Already decided. Remember, Seattle coach going gangster. If it was minutes, then Juju's right. Thank you. class is off the court, on the court. She needs to be a beast on the court. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't care who it is. Like you gotta be in beast mode. Like, I doubt it would score if it was seconds left in the already decided game. I never watched the game though, so I might be wrong. I don't know. I don't think she's ever done it, honestly, with like 3, 4, 5 seconds left or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I just remember when nobody said anything about it her freshman year, but I think it was 30 seconds or something. But the way that Ohio State was playing them, it was like still intense. So I think it was like 3 minutes left because she was the bench before the game ended. You think it was 3 minutes left because she was on the bench before the game ended? So what are they talking about? Nippy? What 3? What are they talking about? I thought she did something egregious. How many minutes did she play last night? She played 38. So somewhere in there, she was taken out for minutes that 2 minutes at the end. I seen her come out of the game during the game. So oh, so I don't know. Like Nippy said, they were gonna find they were gonna find something to say. I can tell you that right now. They were gonna find something. That's how I was saying to you guys. Why does everybody expect Juju Watkins to be perfect? Like, what is it? They probably did that to Caitlin too, right? I don't know. Like, why do you expect this 19-year-old to just have it all together? Because she's that much better than everybody else? I don't know. These clunky teams that she's fighting through, they play different style in the Big Ten than in the Pac-10. And like I said last night, when Pac-10, Coach G has been up and down the Pac-10 straight for 3 years, so you kind of have a feeling, idea of what these coaches are about and how they play and their mindset about things. So it's kind of easier. And then once you I think we got to play teams 2 times last year. This is like a tournament game every time we play certain teams in the Big Ten. Like last year, we played Ohio State, we played Nebraska in the Big Ten. And then, of course, we played Oregon, who's now in the Big Ten. We played Washington, who's in the Big Ten, and we played UCLA. So these teams we're familiar with, but some of these teams we're not. Never seen them before. Never seen these people ever in our lives. Just like I was watching Rutgers, and I was like, I didn't remember the last time Rutgers. I took a guess. I said, what, 40 years ago? Come to find out, it was 40 years ago. Like, we never played them because she's a new standard, and whether they want to admit it or not, she's the best in college. Straight up. And listen, I saw Hannah last night. Hannah doing some spectacular deals, and I'm I gotta say she's hooping. She is hooping. She's stronger. But when you look at her stats, the way they talk about Hannah, you would think that she was like Juju's here and she's here, like in stats and stuff or whatever. Like I don't get it. Like she ain't like leaps and bounds ahead of anybody. None of them are. Lesson ain't either. Every star player has bad games without exception. Period. Off games, I say. I'll tell you when she has a bad game. I haven't seen a bad game. I think off because you don't get 11 boards and call that a bad game. You know what I mean? You don't get 4 assists and call that a bad 11 boards, 4 assists, 20 points a bad game. Like I don't know. It was at the 22 seconds at the end of the game, but who cares if it was Caitlin? Then they would praise that. The issue. It was 22 seconds. I thought she was on the bench, Nippy. I thought she was on the bench too. 22 seconds at the end of the game. Okay, I'm gonna go back and check that out. Like I said, Heckle was so aggressive last night. Kiki shooting those threes, dribbling the ball in, dishing that, looking for. They just look like their movement. They just look like a basketball team looking for each other, just hooping. Kennedy was like there was a play in the quarter 9:25 on the clock. It was a missed shot, but it was so much movement um that the guards and Kiki were doing that Kennedy came up from the weak side, jumped up. She got a lot. She's really bouncy and put the rebound back in. And they didn't know where Kennedy was. And just that kind of ball movement and ball play was just so good. And just kept couldn't put getting rebounds, them tipping to each other. She missed that put back right after that when Juju drove, but they're all crashing the boards. I'm gonna have to check that, but it was she probably didn't think um I'm gonna have to check that, but if it was, she probably didn't think it would go in after such an off night. Yes, I don't think she thought so either. You know how you just like just throw up a shot, like let me just take this shot, whatever. Like I think do remember that, Nippy, because I was like, "Oh, she might get 23 right there," and 22 seconds is a long time. You can do a lot in 22 seconds, and I knew what she was doing. I was like, "Yeah, bring your average back up. You're close to your damn average. You damn right. Take that shot. I don't care." I didn't want her to dip too low, so I checked out where she was, and she didn't dip very low from their 24 point average. I thought she was going to dip, and Hannah are not that far ahead. They've kind of like come down a bit and dipped a bit. So it's a race going on. It's a game within the game going on right now. There's other things happening besides. Yeah, we got our team wins, but like I told you guys before, when I played in college, we have journals, we have expectations, and the coach set some, we set them, and we talk about like how many rebounds you want to have this game, how many, or on her chart, it's like this is what everybody needs to do. This is how many assists this person needs to have this regard. If we can get five out of you off the bench, you this many rebounds off the bench, and everybody has to meet their goals and expectations. And they have like this stat chart, and so like one of her so she's trying to meet and stay within 90% of the stats chart. So by her doing that, yeah, she probably did um she probably did actually want to make that need those points, I should say. No, because their last points came from three free throws, so it couldn't have been that late in the game. Let me go check it because I'm not sure. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I had to take that call. Northwestern players stop being scared. Man, I'm so tired of no. When are we gonna play Northwestern? When can we fit this in, guys? That's not gonna affect us. Jacob, even Kate. Oh shoot, even Caitlin never shot at the time unless it's close game. If a game is over, you dribble the clock out. That's basketball rule. Okay, so she made a mistake. 19 years old. She made a mistake. Let her coach tell her. They can rag all they want. CC continues sees everyone as a threat. If they see comparisons being made, everybody is a op, including the best basketball player in Asia right now. That's facts. CC fans are delusional. I don't really care what they say. I really don't. Because because I've never seen Juju put her hands on somebody who was boxing one face guarding her and shoved them to the ground. The ball is nowhere near the plate. Talk to me about that. She physically assaulted this girl, shoved her off her feet. Weight training at it, too much weight, keep the weight light. Physical trainers have a bad talk about a team approach rather than individual. So it's on Juju to say where it doesn't. It slows me down. No, I do. I get it. I agree with you. Juju has put on a mass. She put on muscle last year that she needed. It was perfect. And then this year she had a much more weight and muscle. But I think that listening to Coach D, she's leaning. They're leaning and deloading, and listen, it has going to help prevent injury for her to have that weight on. It's up to Juju to go and take more shots and adjust to carrying this weight, because I think personally that it's coming down now, and she's going to need that. Even Kiki was heavy. She's going to need that for postseason. So as long as it's coming down now and it's leaning out, I'm okay with it. I'll sacrifice for not scoring 27 as compared to averaging 4 more. It's only 3-point difference. As long as she stay around 25 points a game, that's cool. Well, I saw people shoot at the end of the game clock. At the game it happens, should have she done it, but people do it a lot. People do it a lot. Who was worse, CC or LeBron's fans? CC. CC fans, they're racist. Nippy fans are delusional in a general, but that's what fans do. And basketball, in an unbiased debate, usually agrees with each other if they not propping up their fans. LeBron, obviously, Nick hardly dissed Jordan. They dissed Jordan. They just Jordan. Do it. Where are you from? Because I'm from California, and they annoying. Praise LeBron for everything. Yeah, we from California. Do it. I think you have to be in Cali to kind of understand it. But honestly, Jacob, we didn't like LeBron. They were pissed, and you know it. You remember when he was deciding to come to LA? We didn't want it. LA fans, my LA fans, my local LA fans who have been fans of the Lakers, young and old, they were just like they were so mad. They did not like the idea. They did not want that man at all to come. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't. I had to just like convince him in Florida. He's in Florida. You lucky there. Okay, Oklahoma. With Scott hadn't pushed LSU Smith, the refs wouldn't have ejected. No one. No, none of these refs need to be. Some of these. You think they need to be looked into? The refs. Didn't he get booed at the? Yes, he got booed at the LA Clippers the other day because he flopped. The flop like always. They don't. LA's not. I don't. I don't even know. I mean, we did what we got some kind of mid-season championship. I think we have one with him. But LA fans in general are just not. They're not like what you think. They it ain't. Mm-mm. I'm a Bulls fan, so it didn't bug me. Yes, like and so my friends got on me because I came to college at 8, 7. What was I? 18? 18. And I had stayed in Southern California since I turned 18. And I wasn't on to and right around when I got in college is when the Lakers started winning like championships. And I was a Dr. J, still a Dr. J fan, still trying to see him win a championship. And the whole, that game that they won, it just put a bad taste in my mouth against the Lakers. Even though I could see the Lakers were fun and I seen what was going on, I was still kind of stuck on I need to see Dr. J get a championship. And so just even when you got Kobe, even I still wasn't like a Lakers fan. I've always been a East Coast basketball kind of girl. And also living part of my life in the Bay Area, you would think like I would be the Splash Brothers, warrior basketball. No, you know what I'm saying? It was like, y'all, I'm just weird like that. I just not like I go to the Laker parties and I'm in there rooting against them, going for the Celtics and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not I'm not based on my location who I vote who I'm rooting for. Now I did root for the Sparks. Damn right, and I did have friends on the Sparks and everything. So, but I'm not dumb. I see, and Cynthia's from LA, and Tina Thompson. So me rooting for the Comets had all to do with that. Also, Judy's body is still changing because she's just 19. So she's still slowly growing into her grown woman body for sure, Nippy. Because if you notice her junior year at Sierra Canyon, they were saying 6'1" guard, 6'1" guard. Almost up to her senior year, they were saying 6'1" guard. And not until she probably got measured and grew over the summer. She's a summer baby like me. Her birthday's in July, mine's is in August. And most of my growth always took place for me in the summertime. And Juju was like still growing. And so to hit that 6'2" mark, and then they put on muscle on her, that she needs to take all the punishment that she's taking. I definitely see that she's adjusting to her body. That's why, like, to play at the level that she's playing and have the skill set that she has, at 19 years old, to know that she's going to continue better is scary. Her ceiling is so high, and it's scary. It's scary because she's going to put in that work. She has too much access to training and too much access to how much film she watched. Her and her cousins, she said they watched Jordan film. So she even compare herself to Jordan or Kobe. It's strange to me when you're working with a coach that worked with Kobe, and you got Kobe as moves, and you got MJ. The reason she doesn't say that is because it's like, who wants to ever say that they play like Jordan? I mean, that's kind of like conceited. Like, it's kind of like she would get bashed for that. But I think the reason you watch Jordan is to watch how do you escape out of doubles and triples? How do I escape being guarded the way that Jordan was? So the reason for watching it is try to pick up habits and skills that he had and techniques that he had and the uses. Okay, I went back. She did shoot a three at around 20 seconds, but missed and ran back down to block the shot. Oh, that play. And she ran down and blocked the shot of the player, got the rebound, and then sat down. She didn't know the shot clock was off. I think the announcer say something about the shot clock was off? Yeah, she talking about, she didn't know that the shot clock was off. Because the way she took it, it was kind of like, why are you rushing that, dude? She probably thought I can see how, but dude, she be tripping. I'm a fan of excellence. Juju is top notch. Appreciate the content, Juju. Keep it going. Got to see my last clients for the day. Thank you. Got clients too. Yeah, I'm done with that. This month, seeing clients and supervising and doing the things that I'm doing. I was telling everybody that I'm betting on myself with this channel. People like you and Live Mike and USC, Jay, follow him, follow Live Mike, B Will, Nippy, Donovan and Washu and even though Washu's got his fan and Mondo, they got their team and everything. They come in here with so much respect. I appreciate that from all of you guys. Even like Mike, like I'm like him, like I didn't really like follow I owe a lot, but like I said, I know good ball playing when I see it, and if I have to actually be honest, it's like so many things that Caitlin could get better at, but there's so many things that at her that she was the best at, and that it did carry over into the pros a lot more better than I thought it would. We get the threes, but just other things, it just exposed. I was like, you know what? The WNBA really ain't got no good guard. I mean, there's some guards I like. Don't get me wrong, I can name, but please, like, mm-mm. That's what she was apologizing for headed to the bench. That last shot, not her performance overall. Oh, you saw that too, like Mike. She was saying something, huh? Like I don't know. If she said my bad or said sorry or she said something. I think that's why she tried to make it up by blocking that shot because it was like not a good take. And I think she was talking to Gottlieb. Am I right about that? I saw her talking and saying that, but I was like, oh, I was like, is she apologizing for performance? I was like, dude, you got 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 20 points, and a clunky team. I think the last play, it just wasn't a heady thing. I like Mike. Yeah, that's why she hitting her chest and saying sorry. Yeah, she was saying she was like doing this. She was doing this. Like it was her fault. Yeah, 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 yeah. I remember that. I remember that. I was wondering. I was like, I was like, girl, like I know she not apologizing for the game, but then it was makes sense. You guys caught that, but we still we do need to send our message about the shoes. I gotta say something about the shoes to her. I'm like, oh, why she won't wear Grantis? Caitlin versus Juju will feed generations when they play. Okay, I'm back. For me, I don't know, but I really would rather have seen Juju and Caitlin play each other, Paige and Caitlin for UConn. And that stupid screen, I needed to see. I feel bad for Paige because that is what makes legends. For them to make that call, I wanted to see if Paige was going to knock that three down. I wanted to see if Paige could submit her off of this shot, and it just wasn't for her. I mean, it didn't happen, and it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. What's up, SC? Okay, I don't think USC will win the conference or the Big. You don't think they'll win the conference or the Big Ten tournament? Okay. Oh, come back here. Let's talk about it when we play. When it all plays out. Let's see what happens. Maybe by halftime the shoes were broken in. It was just a look like Mike. She already talked about on the rise. She said every time you get a pair of shoes, this is how you break them in. And I've never done that to my shoes. She said you bend them. I never knew that. I never broke. If I did, I might have did it a couple times out of just like I need to. But she was bending her shoes. If you look at her shoes, they kind of bend up in the front. Those are not real bent up. Look at her other shoes. The front of it is like comes up, but she goes like this to her shoes. It's gonna be like MJ and Larry Bird. SC bit. Who you pick for the Big Ten? Yeah, that's a good question. SC, tell Mr. SC, tell me who do you have winning the? First of all, it's gonna be either or. Okay. Um, Somebody gonna win the conference, and then somebody's gonna win the different could win the Big Ten. But to just take us off the table altogether for all of it, I don't think you've been watching enough UCLA games. The UCLA team is not scary as you think. Mr. C, who you pick for the Big Ten? I agree, but Aaliyah Edwards had been throwing her body around a lot, so I was glad to see her get called for it, just not in that spot. Well, that's my point, like Mike. She had been doing the same thing the whole time, but why did you choose then? That's the thing. Like one of the things you got to worry about is like, okay, how are the defense playing me? How are they guarding me? How are they playing us? And secondly, what is the referee officials calling? What are they letting happen and not happen? And to me, you let Aaliyah throw her body. She's been throwing her body around the whole time, and then you picked the wrong shot. that time to make that call. I think Aaliyah was confused because she probably was like, "I've been doing this." Nippy said, "Ugliest Kobe's I ever seen." Oh my God, I don't like them. I got two of them over here. Like I don't even buy. I mean, oh, let me not lie. I did buy this early Kobe's in the '90s one time. I was older. I was playing park ball and pro am ball. I had some Kobe's, but I got the Grinch and the reverse Grinches now. I don't know that if I don't know that I would play them. I just like to wear them, but I don't know. You're probably the youngest. Jacob said, I'm probably the youngest viewer in here. Well, good. So then when I go back and I give you history, you can understand. You can come up to speed, and I'm sure there's some others in here that can take you back on what the game looked like. Totally in my era, I think it's the best era of basketball, the '80s. But that's just me. I'm biased, and obviously we have some of the greatest players in the game. The '80s. And I'm biased to start to catch on only 4 years later. But I think we got some of the best players. Obviously, Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Miller, Teresa Edwards, Katrina McClain, Ann Myers. I'm trying to think if Lieberman made it to the 80s. All of those awards that they get at the end of the year are women that I've seen play and that I follow admire, or that they're my age. More so, I think Cynthia's older. Me and Cheryl are the same age. So seeing those players like I have live, I didn't even tell you about Cindy Brown of Long Beach, Anita Ortega, Angel Hart. I want to get Angel Hardy on the show. Even UCLA's Dora Dome. Like, there's a lot of players that you guys that that are from that era that I think they can still play in there. How old are you, Jacob? USC and UCLA can handle Ohio State. Yeah, I'm not worried about Ohio State. I would be shocked that they lose to Ohio State. I would be shocked. And he came back. You came back. You came back to say, "Hi, women's ball is on the rise, isn't it? It's back." Like, not that it was gone. I mean, because I seen some great ball in the '90s. I seen some great ball, in 2000s and stuff. You guys talk about Maya Moore and all that. You're 2020. Oh, 20. Yeah, he's younger than you, Nip. Jacob is the baby. Jacob's the baby of the group. I thought you were the baby of the group. I thought you was the baby of the group. But I think Jacob got you. Even like Mike said it. He said facts. Gee, came this on the rise. It's just on the rise in like a different way. And I think it's great. I think of all the AAU and all the that's going on for the players, the competition with the youngsters. It's just not like in my day. You would have one player, two players on a team that dominated you, or you could have one player that can help you win. They could win a Final Four. But now you got like 1, 2, 3, 4 on a team, 5. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. It's hooping. Oh, I got the game on right there. Did y'all see Juju go up high off the glass on the third quarter and come down 64-46? I thought they was gonna call a charge. Watch. I really still need to watch this game. How old is Nippy? Nippy, you got to tell him. I don't want to share your age if you don't want me to. He thought about it. He said, "Oh, never mind." He's like, not supposed to ask the woman's age, right? I think that's why I was like, I better not say her age. But what's really good for me to see, guys, is to see USC still going up on a team 20 points or more, got 2.4 whatever she had in the first quarter. So it just throws all that narrative out the window that all we have is Juju. And I'm I'm like, come on now. You're not winning the games if you think this team is a good offense. It's a really good offensive team. Um, if like I said, there's Nippy. Nippy said, then you are the youngest because I'm 24. We're both teen adults. I just saw that. I didn't see that Nippy till now. So Nippy told you her age. So you're the youngest, Jacob. You're the youngest. So what's happening tonight. Let me see. What's going on for Friday night besides Unrivaled? I'm gonna come back up here for some Unrivaled if you guys want. We'll watch together. Arizona. Oh, Jada and them play Utah. I'm always gonna root for little Jada. I'm always gonna root for Jada. And I want Jada to make the pros too. She deserves it. Love her personality, love her game. You know what I love about Jada? Jada plays proper defense, like lockdown defense. Watch how she moves her feet, how she takes the angles, forces players the other way, the best of her ability. She can play some D. Miss Rona stole my early 20s. I know. You was probably locked inside indoors during that time. You had to have been. That's so sad. You was locked inside during the Rona. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. That's terrible. Let's not forget Juju beat Ohio State. No, they Jacob, they don't want to talk about how that happened. We beat Ohio State and UCLA with the Ivy League roster, even though Mackenzie Forbes is goaded. Like yeah. Even though Mackenzie was like firing them threes and keeping us in games and stuff, like it was just Jew and her. And basically, this team is better. So I don't understand. Like, what? Why? Jade is how you knew about Juju. Yeah, man, that was so good. Their high school games were so goated. And then I watched them play together on Cal Sparks. It's like they're really good friends. They cool. Like I legit feel stuck at 21 mentally frozen. It's weird. I've discussed it with my friend. No, I totally get it. I totally get it. I can see how you would probably feel that way. Socially and emotionally. I mean, I think I became more active playing Fortnite with my son who was a baby boy. I think I became more active on watching games again, um, looking at YouTube, looking at TikToks, and we played bingo, electronic bingo, and I kind of reconnected with my Bay Area friends. I think all together playing over time, I won like $500. So, so who can stop Juju? Because we got Rhea and Cece to stop Bay. Uh, so who can stop Juju? Because we got Rhea and Cece to stop Bet. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think who guarded her. Kiki tried a couple of times. That didn't work. I better say contain. I don't think you can stop her. I think if UCLA unfortunately tries to just focus on Juju, which I don't think that Corey plays that way against us, then we got other players that are going to hopefully catch him off guard like a Kennedy or something. It was kind of sad, y'all, in the fourth quarter. Minnesota did catch up, but I seen Minnesota play this way. They did close in at the 7 minute mark, uh, 60 to 67. I'm not sure what I would love for Live Mike or somebody or Nippy to break it down and tell me how did we. Um, oh, charisma. Yeah, Jacob. Dang, you were watching. I think it was charisma. I think it was charisma trying to stay with Juju. You're right. It was. So now that's the weird thing. Like I'm curious of who's gonna. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta look at UCLA a little bit more. I don't know who she would put on Juju. Go ahead, man. Talia, stop that girl. If she would have reached, if she would have came up on her defensively instead of reaching around trying to get the ball, just stopped her the way she did. She did what she was supposed to do, and don't reach. Just stop that girl. I've been saying that about the Trojans. It's like they let people. They don't stop balls. They must saw the same thing. Us travel, Minnesota. You travel. Get the rebound. 60 to 70. I'm at that mark. Oh man, I'm glad Juju was able to bring it out. Them shoes were slippy. Ooh, that's the one where she did that move to the basket. And that's a strong tactic. Y'all notice how laterally her lateral movement is? Juju's lateral movement, and that's what a lot of players don't have. They got it obviously on defense, but not a lot of players can go lateral and stay on balance with their lateral sidestep move going forward with the ball. And that's a lot of the NBA moves that I like about her and I appreciate. I wasn't at the time. I rewatched her games because I wasn't into the season for both men's. Okay, that's cool. You rewatched it. I don't think UCLA has anyone who can guard her well like Charisma. No, seriously, Nippy, and you're not being biased. I know what you mean. I'm really trying to be honest. Like, who do you want to put a big person like Jaquez on her? Because she does kind of struggle with forwards on her. The prices for Iowa USC is what? Just a jersey return? Are they charging money like that? And they better go home and watch this on TV. I ain't gotta be inside that place. Oh. I remember when Lindsey Whalen played for Minnesota. Slow down. Avery could have just hold it. Let them get ahead. Passing the Kiki out there, all that work just made me growl. We started going back up by 12 and we were down by 7. I really wish y'all could see this. Yeah, Gabriela Jaquez. She went to high school near you? I thought she was from Mexico. No, and I don't mean that. I don't even mean that in no kind of like, racist way or nice shot, Jude. Jaquez, because she plays like international ball from Mexico. So I thought she was an international player like Ilya Arsal. So, but is Jaquez a forward or a guard? And then you got Big Dukelich. Dukelich tried a little bit. That didn't work. She went to Camarillo. Yeah, and doesn't she have a brother that plays for UCLA too? Cool. So let's see if it's going to be Jaquez. If Jaquez is a guard, let's see if she guard Juju. Because Kiki's a point. I don't think that will happen. You don't want to put Slow Gardner on her, and you don't want to pull Janiyah Barker out to do it. But I know they'll come face to face when you come that jump out in the middle. Oh God, banging into people. He's in the NBA. Okay, he's in the NBA now. Okay, her brother. Yeah, it's in their DNA. Yeah, that's going to be a great game to watch because they're not going to be afraid of each other. I think Coach T feels like she's got closest number. Corey Coach is a good, regardless of what everybody thinks or some people want to say. They don't want to give us any love on the West Coast, but I think you're going to have to. You're going to have to because I think we're going to both be in the Final Four, the West Coast, and we'll just see what happens. I think Notre Dame really wants it. So they're really hungry. They got a lot of seniors. And if you're going to do it, this is the time to do it. So that's why I just feel that all 4 of them with South Carolina can be in the Final Four. Miami, he didn't be at place for Miami. Okay. uh, God brother and God sister won tickets to the Harlem Go. Ooh, where's the Gophers gonna be playing at? You talking about Ohio State? Was that I know that there was VIP because I entered it in VIP and then signed autographs. Was third? Are you talking about the was the third prize Globetrotter tickets? I remember it's Freeport. Okay, it's Freeport, Louisiana. Yeah. All right, y'all. If y'all want to continue with this conversation, meet Nippy over in the Discord. If Nippy is willing to go in, replay it, replay the game, rewatch the game. Um, I kind of do want to rewatch it, but it felt like that game last night just took forever. But when I watched this highlight here, it is about 52 minutes, but it actually the watching the highlights Nippy a lot better without just focus to do. I mean, there's a lot of good things that the team had did that I wanted to kind of emphasize and give shout out, especially to Kiki. I just feel like Kiki came different level to make a statement and didn't feel long. It wasn't like a lot of stop and go with because of officiating. It just felt long to me. It wasn't like a clean, like how we just like go to work. Oh, boom, boom. You do this, score, let's go. It was just, it was really clunky. But it was a lot of good basketball last night. That Blake's breaking the record. Michaela Williams 436. Oregon getting an upset over Michigan State. LSU having a battle out of whatever they're dealing with over there. The fight between them and Oklahoma, the shoving to the floor, Moki slapping the notepad out of Simone Augustus' hand, and Simone looking like, what I do? Also, how is the men outselling the women? They see high level basketball for the men. Get out of here with that bullshit. I don't know. It's men basketball. It's weird. I don't like rush to the screen to see them play. Like, I don't know, y'all. Women basketball is so fun. It's so cool. Like, I was a time when I didn't even like watching women basketball when I finished playing. I was like all over the place. UCLA beats USC. The first game. The first game is going to be at the Galen Center. And then the second game is where I think that we're going to have, like, if we come out with a win at Pauley, then I'm like, oh, because the next game will be tournament and it'll be at a neutral site. And for me, the neutral site will make it anybody's game. But to grab Polya, ooh wee. SC, you don't see it beating them at that's why we'll watch. I'm not surprised, you guys, that I think people are still not sure about us. And I think that's why you don't hear conversation. I don't know who you lose at and why we won't be in the Final Four. I don't know who's supposed to beat us along the way as the top seed. So I don't know what we need to do to make people believe us that we are who we are. I'm not sure. But be here or be square. Yeah. USD Nippy gets it. We're still the underdog. I like that. I kind of like it too. I really like it. I'm scared to be for us to beat UCLA. Play both times or something. And then it's gonna be like them not really believing that we should be ranked number 1 over South Carolina. I think that would blow people's freaking top stuff. Beat USC Carolina is the only way. I think if we were number one, it wouldn't feel like it until we actually ever Carolina and win. I don't think we will really be sold on, and that's okay. I get it. They are a powerhouse team, but how I would draw up the story, um, is I would take highlights back to Cheryl Miller's days when Tim Oakey and Louisiana Tech were the Carolina of today. Scary, beat everybody. Great point guard, great Anderson Scott forwards, Dennis Robbins' sister on the rebound. I mean, two great coaches, and Sonia Hogan, Leon Barrymore. I mean, this program was scary. And preseason, Coach Lynn Sharp scheduled a game against them. This young upstart team and this freshman, sophomore Cynthia Cooper, juniors Pam and Paula McGee, and their role players. And they go out to Louisiana and they beat them. And they beat them handily preseason. Now it's a different story. So we end up being in the Final Four against Louisiana Tech, who's been the defending champion. You could tell we were nervous. We were fumbling the ball, making turnovers. We just couldn't get something going. The whole first half, I'm watching this. I'm like 18 watching this game on Easter. When the only time we can really catch a really good game, that's when they would play the finals. I'm at the house of a future UCLA All-Amer who was younger than me at the time, was still in high school, but used to come to my dorm room to get me to play. We were both fresh. She's a freshman in high school. I was a freshman in college. And man, this girl, she was a different position than me, bigger. And she would give me the blues. She would whip my butt. This little kid. I was like, good. She was a softball player too. I'm gonna let her tell the story. I'm see if she remember. I want her to come up here. Door Dome for UCLA. Oh my God. I was like so angry. I couldn't beat this kid. And she sat up there. They sat up there. Linda said, we're gonna do something different. And what different was USC hadn't pulled out their press yet. They hadn't pulled out their press because they're concerned into a running game. When they do it, that's what we needed right there. And that game was busted wide open. Moral of the story, we slayed that giant. So, yeah, some nurses have told me that mycoplasma pneumonia and flu A and B are going around. A lot of people are getting sick, so y'all protect yourself out there. Thank you. I know it's been advertised in California. I don't, doing my caregiving here with my mom in the Bay Area, I'm not around a lot of people, but I had to get on a plane. See my disability doctor one more last time. And so getting on the plane, I have immune system. It's really difficult to be around anybody sick. But I take a lot of supplements to protect me. I do not want to get it because the flu that they're talking about, it's like stomach and everything. I'm about to get all my up to vaccines, women's screenings, things that I need to do in this month of February. Yeah, so I can just protect myself from the flu best I can. It'd be funny if Adrian ever joins your stream because I want to cook her. I got a nerve. I didn't know who she was, and I had got in her comments before. Not disrespectful, but I was just like counteracting the things she was saying because that woman was like had me pissed off. I was like, "You are so biased, extremely biased, and almost to the point of like hating your own self. Like, how do you hate on a woman? How do you hate on Angel? She's just talking hoop. She's just doing her thing. Like, why are you even comparing her to Clark? Like, what are you doing that for? There's enough room. It's like I don't pick on Hannah. Hannah's doing her thing. Hannah and Juju are gonna be paired with each other for a long time. Hannah's been coming for Ju for a minute. But Ju is the standard. But like, come on. Same Ju. Baby coming up in B-Day coming up in April. It's time to get everything checked from rooter to the tutor. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to the dentist. I got these braces on my teeth on the bottom, so that's also cooking in February. But health wise, yeah, I gotta stay on top of that. You gotta stay on top of your health. You gotta stay on top of your checkups. You gotta stay on top of all of those things right now. As long as you covered. I don't know what the politicians are doing. For some people, kind of medical coverage, things like that they have, but some people's coverage is being tampered with, healthcare wise. So get in there and get out and make sure that you guys are taking care of your health. Because I tell you, from living as long as I have, I don't care how wealthy you are or how famous you are, you can't avoid, you can't escape disease and things like that. But you got to stay prayed up and say a prayer for the girls because their flight is today. Are they leaving today? Okay, because I wanted them. I know that was probably a lot to ask that they leave tonight, but say a prayer that they for their flight because I don't know what that crash was going on in DC. I have some friends who are DC cops, things like that. Show photos from where they were to have seen that. I think it was a training exercise, but why are you? I don't know. Whatever the story is, some kind of training exercise for that Black Hawk to hit a commercial jet is weird. It's kind of suspicious. But why is everything happening now? I don't know. But January, this is the longest month full of crap, just full of stuff that is unbelievable. Like to start off the year, but remember we started off with losing Kobe last year too, among other things. Yeah, I don't watch that channel either. This compliment I got was from a Sky fan that said, "Man, you talk stuff about us when we play each other, but you fair when it comes to Angel." That's what they said. That's what they said. You be talking stuff. Oh, you be going for the fever? Yeah, I had friends. I had a friend that Ebony Hopkins played for the Fever, and my best friend, Coach Tiffany Mitchell at AAU. And I love Tamika Catchings. So I've been, and I used to like Breon January. I used to root for the Fever back in the day. But yeah, it's funny you said. But you gotta be fair against Angel because Angel's a baller. Angel's a dog. I mean, she's gonna get better, better. I just love the game, so I'm gonna try to be fair up here now that I'm the host and everything, and I can control what we watch and what we discuss, talk about along with you guys. So we'll give I'll be fair takes. Poker Bears, Brewers, Cubs, Bulls, Bucks. We're all natural rivals for Chicago, Milwaukee. Oh, okay, but the self-hating is what. Yeah, I guess the self-hating is one to me. I don't understand that at all. I mean, what Angel did yesterday brought tears to my eyes. Like, you platform, how I see Juju out there giving and whatever she can to help the victims of the wildfire. Like, one of the things the wildfire did is, I mean, we come together in Los Angeles. I work for the county, so I know, like, we in every kind of way are going to support one another and help people through this wildfire loss. I mean, it's real. It's terrible to lose everything. You know, it's really crazy. The fires are no joke. Also, there's an 8 day gap for you USC and UCLA and Northwestern to play each other. So play them. Yeah, I think it'll be a good idea for us to. I wanted them to get rest coming down from that Iowa, Wisconsin, and Ohio State game. But I like gap that's right there. But I think for us to watch a lot of film, come up with a game scan, some plays that we want to throw in, but also continue with our read and react pro style offense. That would be great. And then I think playing Northwestern will be a good chance to test out some of our inbound plays, new things that we want to do, but also to keep us in rhythm. Because practice you really can't get that game style feel. So playing Northwestern maybe around in there might be a good idea. You guys, do you think it'd be a good idea? Because I don't think USC does really well with a long gap of rest, and we saw how that happened. Or we could play as like amateur hour and run. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Hey, Miss D. Miss D, where you been? I'm about to close up. We kind of trying to wind it down. Yes, fill that gap in rhythm. That's what I do. I want to fill that gap, like Mac right there, because I don't know what happens, but yeah, like if they hadn't have done that, how we were playing coming down off of Penn State and Maryland and everything, but when we skipped that Northwestern thing and went to go play, I don't remember who it was. You could just tell that it was like, dang, why are you guys going back to those bad habits again? I was on Twitter, and these grown men are very weird towards Juju. Like, I don't understand how you lost after you lust. I think you're saying after a 19-year-old. I don't care if she's about to turn 20. Ooh. Are they lusting after her, bro? Hope she gets security. Oh yeah, you want to fuck with her family? Well, their family, they always by her side. Don't get it twisted, Nippy. All of LA, I wish a stalker would try try something. Stalking Caitlyn, stalking Paige like that. That's some BS. You can't even like you can't even be famous these days, bro. You can't even be halfway cute. Jesus. It's weird. Juju, Hair and Angel lust after them. It's weird. Like they be lusting after Angel, they lust after Juju. They kind of like, Juju's still kind of like in her tomboy phase. So she not really like showing you. But if she did, it was just like people wouldn't be able to handle it. Your brother's built, so I wouldn't try it. People are weird. Like I don't get it. It's like, I mean, I'm trying to think. Like, did we after the? I mean, I remember I used to like Michael John back in the day. Reggie Theus, he was fine. That's what we would say. Oh, he's fine. Reggie Theus. Google him, and then Michael Michael Johnson. I think he played for Crenshaw, played for Milwaukee, and then the Lakers. I think is it. No, not Klay Thompson's father, but this other guy. UCLA. He played at UCLA. like we would say, oh, so and so is fine, so and so is fine, or whatever. But I don't, I know that the women were like, I mean, everybody looks for like so and so's handsome. Like he's a handsome football player. Like that's always one of the keys. He can play good. He's athletic and he's handsome. Dion was handsome. We love that, but they take it like you can tell it's like lusty, and they take it like further than they should. And they'd be like 30 and 40 with kids already, and I'm like, that's gross, bro. That's like a 30 or 40-year-old woman lusting after little Mikey Williams. Could tell that he's a very handsome guy. So I like Jalen. The other kid that got the older woman from one of those reality shows uh, uh, has a baby by him for Houston. So but oh yeah, I gotta take this call, but yeah, this is a call I'm waiting on, guys. But yeah, Nippy, I may jump in the Discord later, but I'm gonna come back for Unrivaled, and y'all have a one day. Remember, to take your vitamins, take your milk, get your checkups, wash your hands, stay prayed up, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.